Good evening and welcome to Game Week 8 Sunday Surgery with myself, depressed Jason, and happy Stevo.
You're only happy because of the Crab Call song. The funniest thing I think anybody could ever watch. And if you're not giving a like just for that song, clear off. Bloody brilliant.
Had you not heard of that song before I played it?
Never, no. How old is it, by the way?
6 years. I don't. Okay. As a guess, I don't know.
In all seriousness, let's cut to the chase here. How did you consume or hear about the football today, genuinely? Because I know you've been busy, obviously. So how have you consumed the football today?
Watched the first half of the game, the Liverpool game at home. Just like, wow, Salah's just gonna punish me because I didn't even think about captaining, to be honest, and fair play to everyone that did captain them. I mean, to be honest, what I saw was I thought Brighton could have walked away with the 3 points in that game. From what I saw of the game, they were tormenting that Liverpool defence. Maybe they just lacked that quality in the final third, that a Núñez or a Salah brings into a team. I mean, I don't know what the stats are. I might have to quickly have a look now. But yeah, I just got the impression that Brighton could have won that. I'd be interested to see what everyone else says in the chat. So ball possession, Liverpool had slightly more ball possession. It was pretty even at 46-54. Total shots, 14 each. Oh, okay. So again, from what I saw of the game, there's 8 corners to Brighton, 1 to Liverpool, 23 kicks to Brighton, 12 to Liverpool, 4 big chances for Brighton, 3 for Liverpool, where 3 missed for Brighton, 1 missed for Liverpool. So yeah, it was just the statistics kind of paint the picture that Brighton had just the edge on the chances and opportunities. However, I think the quality and experience from Liverpool kind of shone through, and they did end up getting the point in the end. Of course, Lewis Dunk getting the equaliser at the end, where Robertson ironically backed out from clearing the ball. I think, going off of the Brighton, obviously that was at 2:00. Didn't watch any of the West Ham Newcastle game. I did get goal updates, and I saw that West Ham scored 2 goals. I saw that Newcastle scored 2 goals. I looked at my fantasy football team, and I see that absolutely Bowen and Diaby were not involved in any of the goals. And I just thought, well, it's just typical. That -4 really didn't pay off, bringing them in this week. But I think long term, they're still very good options to have in my team. We've got fixtures-wise, they're good fixtures coming forward. I mean, West Ham's got some beautiful fixtures on paper. Aston Villa 2's got some nice prime fixtures coming up, so I'm not worried about that long term. Just a bit disappointed this game week. Alvarez, we'll talk about the Arsenal City game. Arsenal City, I was thinking that this game was going to be end to end. I was thinking this game was going to have a lot of space for Haaland to exploit. Certainly Alvarez as well. What did I see from the game? Well, I had Sunday lunch over at my sister's house. I was watching bits and pieces on my phone where I could, using Now TV. And I was just shocked at how sloppy City were. Like, Foden, for me, and Bernardo Silva, they were being shut out really well, and the game was it was a very physical game. I was lucky that Kovacic should have probably been sent off in that game. City looked disjointed. I've been talking about recently, Man United don't have an identity. Well, Man City didn't look like they had many ideas going forward, which is kind of really rare and that's probably a testament to how well Arsenal sort of like played in their own half. But on the flip side, Arsenal, up until the point Martinelli came on in the second half, they didn't really have much threat about them. So the game for me looked like it was going into 0-0. I thought two teams cancelling each other out. This is going to be a 0-0 bore fest. I didn't predict 0-0. I can't believe it's going to be a 0-0. But guess what? It's going to be a 0-0. And then all of a sudden, Martinelli gets the ball on the left-hand side. He cuts inside. He smashes it. And, you know, it glances off of Ake's face. And the goalkeeper probably would have saved it. It's just one of those fortuitous deflections. Goes in on the opposite side of the goal, and you know, Arsenal win the game. Arteta gets the points, and you know, throws the league. It certainly makes the league look interesting now. And I'm sure somebody said earlier on that Tottenham were top of the league. I'm just loading the league. Oh my god, they are. They're Tottenham are top of the league on point. On goal difference. They've scored more goals. Unbelievable. Obviously, it's very, very early, but a healthy start in terms of a healthy competition for the league. I still think City will eventually run away with it. But of course, from a neutral point of view, or certainly for, you know, if you're a Tottenham fan or an Arsenal fan, you're starting to think, could this be our year where we go on a run and we can put City, knock City off top spot? I don't know. I don't think they're thinking that just yet, but I don't know. I know City looked very normal today. Very normal. It's been a topsy-turvy weekend, to be honest with you. The results have been they've been kind of they've been a bit weird, like Everton smashing Bournemouth 3-0, wasn't expecting that. Fulham getting 3 against Sheffield United. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. But Sheffield United are just crap. Man United, if you'd have told me that Man United would have beat Brentford 2-1, I would have been like, yeah, probably a good, result. The manner of which you
called the game. You called it exactly how it went, apart from the result ending up as a win. If it ended up as a draw, you nailed it on the preview on Friday.
Yeah, but if you'd have told me, Steve-O, that I reckon Man United win 2-1 at home, yeah, I could see it. But I could never, I would never have seen how it would have transpired. McTominay, of course, coming on.
I think you're being a bit hard on yourself. You spoke very well about what you thought would happen if Mount was through the middle, Fernandes on the right, whoever left, and so on and so forth. And you genuinely said that if that was to happen, you would not be surprised if you were to lose.
Yes.
I'm telling you now that
we would have lost that game if we'd have kept those players in those positions, because Bruno, of course, went into the centre late into the second half. When we made substitutions, we brought on literally the kitchen sink, essentially, to try and win the game. But yeah, I mean, it's quite clear that that we're playing players out of favoured positions, and I don't see how Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes can occupy the same midfield at the moment. I really don't. I just don't see it in that formation that we're trying to play. What were you going to say? Sorry.
From a Man United fan point of view, observer, whatever you want to call it, what is going on with Man United? Why are they playing players at position? Is it just the fact that he's trying to fit in the likes of Mount for the sake of it, because of injuries? What is going on from your point of view?
The most popular theory, aside from the obvious injuries, but the most popular theory is that Ten Hag's got his favourites. Namely, of course, Rashford, can't seem to do anything wrong in Ten Hag's eyes. He plays a poor game, or he's looking uninterested and he stays on, or he plays the whole game. Unfortunately, he did get substituted, and guess who came on? Garnacho. And guess what happened when Garnacho came on? Like a burst of new life and energy into the squad. So yeah, Ten Hag's... I'm with Goldbridge on this one. I believe, and I agree with a lot of what Goldbridge says, and I think that he said that the international break comes at a really hard time because the result in the end was because of a different team that he started with, essentially. Now, will he revert back to that team, in our next game? And the next game, of course, is Sheffield United. So we could end up playing Rashford on the left, Bruno on the right, and ended up because Sheffield United, I think they're crap. So we probably could beat them with our players playing in those positions. And does that kind of then mean that we go into the Man City game? It is Man City after that at home with those players, or would I personally would like to start with Garnacho and Anthony on the wings, proper wingers, as opposed to Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. Rashford is quite clear and obvious. He's a confidence player. He's got no confidence. There's definitely something going on in Rashford's head right now. He's not enjoying football, and it's quite clear that he needs time away from the pitch. Andre Dees, a member for 34 months, Playmakers, love the stream, but can you turn up Steve-O's volume a bit? Steve-O, do you want to talk?
Yeah, hello. Even if I go close, it doesn't seem to. That's why I lean in.
I'm turning you up, mate.
Oh, I'm already on it.
Keep talking.
I'm here.
There we go. Yeah.
Hello.
So yeah, I've turned you up. It looks like you're at the right level now. Chat, let me know what you think. But yeah, the rest of the weekend, we could do a whole show just talking about Man United. It's just, it annoys the hell out of me. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, didn't care about that game. Then today's games, I was kind of like, the only shock I really had was Arsenal beating Man City 1-0 today. Wolves, Aston Villa, 1-1. Yeah, good to see that. I saw that before the game would have kicked off. West Ham, Newcastle, 2-2. I can't remember what I predicted that game to be, but nothing that really surprised me today other than that Arsenal-Man City result. Steve-O, what's your thoughts this weekend?
Well, going on the Brighton-Liverpool game, to be honest with you, it was just very, very, very fortuitous goals for Liverpool, to be completely frank with you. What was it? A penalty and I can't remember the other one. What was the other Salah goal? I can't remember how the other Salah goal went in. But
say again, what was that?
The first Salah goal, I can't remember how it was scored. I generally completely forgot.
Nunes to Salah, wasn't it?
Yeah, and certainly the Brighton first goal as well. How Alisson didn't save that. I wanted you on stream to tell us why he couldn't save that. It was very similar to the Onana one yesterday with Brentford. It was almost like, how has he not kept that out? I don't understand how this has happened. And really, there weren't that many chances there for Brighton or Liverpool. No clear-cut ones. I think Brighton were just the better team, and I mean just. If it was a boxing match and you were scoring out of 10, Brighton would be on 6 points, and Brighton would be on 9 points and Liverpool on 8, for an argument's sake, or whatever. Nothing in it. Whereas with the Arsenal-Man City game, it was just two defences playing each other, mate. There was no threat from Man City at all.
Haaland, I think, only had about 3 touches in the whole game.
And one of them was in the first 30 seconds when he did a flick on for Ake. If he had
I know, I saw that. Ake, I saw that. Okay, yeah. If anyone else had been on the end of that, yeah, because Bravo was looking really shaky at the beginning of that game.
Yeah, I think if it ended 0-0, no one would have complained.
I think Arsenal took that.
Another fortuitous goal again this afternoon with Martinelli getting a slight deflection off Ake's face, ironically. It goes in. It's 1-0. It ends 1-0. I don't know if Dan's listening or any Arsenal fans, if they want to come on and talk about Arsenal, but I wasn't particularly blown away by Arsenal's performance. Again, up front, they just looked toothless. Is it because of lack of Saka? I don't know. I thought Odegaard was quite quiet today as well. Didn't have one of his better games. Really wasn't.
Can get hold of midfield.
No, but I think going into this international break, I think I didn't even realise you had Bowen, mate. I didn't realise you had Bowen in your team.
Yeah.
So the fact that I keep saying this, you're always one bloody step ahead of me, because he's somebody that I want to bring in, Jared Bowen.
Wow.
From the team, because I think he's the player.
He's just trying to block me off even more.
He's the player that I want ahead of James Ward-Prowse, as a simple example, but it would require a -4. I can't get him in for free. I want to ask you a question. You've absolutely blitzed it this week. Your rank is pretty much halved. It has halved. You're at 1.5 million. Within the mini leagues, it's still, because in the moderator league,
you're now 30 points ahead of me now. After today,
is it 30 points? Is it
30 points now? You're now ahead, so that's massive, absolutely
and what's
massive.
The difference in players between me and you? So Diaby and Bowen, we know that.
Not many now, because you're going to do Ward-Prowse to Bowen, it seems. So it's going to be very.
That's not definite.
Well, it seems that we're very similar in players, which is frustrating. But yeah, it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah, what I wanted to ask you was regarding the.
Obviously, Salah captain for you and Sterling were the two reasons you got the points.
What was the thinking of you captaining Haaland? Just of interest, what was that all about? I mean, I thought that game was gonna be one hell of a show. I thought it was going to be end-to-end exciting game. Didn't think it would be a bore fest. Yeah, it's testament to where I am at the moment in the overall rank. I suppose my decisions and my gut feeling just doesn't seem to be going with reality at the moment. Did you not think of Son at all?
I did think of Son, but I didn't want to. No, I didn't want to captain Son. No.
Was there a toss-up in your head?
And of course, the biggest frustration now is that all these people that did a wild card without Haaland are going to be like, "Oh, they told you," but you just wait.
Have you got any words for those people still?
No.
Are you eating humble pie? I mean, what is?
No, it's like, it's go for it. Get rid of him if you think that he's not going to be good enough. A tough game against Brighton, though. It's a tough game. I am a little bit worried about what City do against teams that will actually go at them.
Brighton are going to get battered. In fact, I would. This is another week. I know it's.
I'm captaining Haaland. I'm captaining Haaland. It's 2 weeks away. Yeah, that's great.
Well, I'd be captaining Son. However, Haaland. That is a possibility of a triple captaincy there against Brighton, genuinely. But for real, I think that Brighton could be there for the taking. It's the first draw they've had all season today, and if it wasn't for that silly goal that they let in against Dunk, it could have ended 2-1, and that's another game where Brighton, it either ends 3-1 or 4-1 or 2-1 or whatever. It's one of those games where I genuinely think that Brighton could be on the backlash of something like 6-0, 6-1. Genuinely, I can see Man City, if they really want to go for it, absolutely decimate Brighton. And I think that Haaland in 2 weeks' time as triple captaincy could be potentially another really, really good shout. I wouldn't do it myself.
What do you feel about these international breaks? I mean,
the thing is,
it feels like you can't get. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like I can get into the swing of FPL this season.
Well, it's the same every year, isn't it? It's you start building momentum, and then it's we're on a 2 week break, and then you come back all positive and everything, and it's like, right, let's crack on with it. Oh, we're on a 2-week break again.
Yeah.
So it is very frustrating. I understand why all of this particular international breaks happen. I get it, but I personally do not like international football at all. I can't stand it. But on a completely separate note, tonight is the Sunday surgery.
Yeah, come on.
We do invite people to come live on air to discuss their teams, preferably the ones that have had a bad game week, to see if they need.
What's a bad game week score this week, Stevie?
I think, well, funny enough, do you want to hear? Do you want to make yourself feel better, Jason?
Don't know if it's possible.
Do you want to feel better? So Gabriel Derop this week, he sold Isaac, and he also sold. Who the hell was the other player? There's another player that did really, really well. I've completely forgotten who it was now. Well done, Steve. Congratulations. It's in the members chat. And the answer is, once this stupid bloody thing loads up, Sterling. So Sterling, Saka and Isaac out for Neto, Son and Watkins. He's down by 24 points.
What made you keep Sterling? Because obviously he was benched last week.
Well, I wasn't going to be...
Do you consider yourself lucky about,
Yes. Oh, yeah. 100%. Very, very lucky. There was no thought process in my head of keeping him. Because remember, I was considering a -12 to bring in a Bowen, Son, but I just couldn't do it because I had all too many West Ham players and all this, and I just couldn't do it. So I'm just thinking, well, he's got Burnley next. Whatever happens, happens. And then by pure coincidence, it's turned out that Sterling's gone and absolutely annihilated Vitinho. Why ever company decided to play Vitinho in a game like that is beyond me, but he did. And Sterling tore him a new one. The first goal was, again, extremely fortuitous. The one that I would be looking at is this Cole Palmer. Now, the problem is, though, is that Chelsea's fixtures are shot. I don't know if you've seen them, Jace. Chelsea's upcoming fixtures.
I've not.
They're horrific. They're absolutely horrendous. But Sterling has been bigged up by Pochettino. Sterling himself has come out and said that he loves working Pochettino. Everything, I think, is probably going to be running through Sterling. And the only real rotation risk in that team is probably up front with Jackson and Brozier. I don't know if the team works better with Brozier up top. I don't have a clue. But certainly Cole Palmer is staked to place. The fact that he's on penalties as well. What do you see in that, Jace? The fact that Cole Palmer, brand new into the team from Man City, is on penalties. What do you think the thinking behind that is?
Mate, I have no idea with Chelsea. I'm steering clear, mate. And I don't know. I'm steering clear. I don't even have him on my radar. I don't have anyone from Chelsea on my radar.
No, I wouldn't. If you own them, if you own,
but you're not. No one's gonna. Who's transferring Cole Palmer?
Well, people did.
So
people did this week. Who was it? There was somebody in the chat. FPL Josh, I think, or someone.
61,371 people have transferred in Cole Palmer. 4.9 yeah. Chelsea midfielder.
I mean, they got a game against Arsenal, which I can see being as it stands.
Is he not going to stay on penalties? Surely not.
Why did he take the first penalty? Why?
It might be rotating. They might be rotating penalty. I don't know.
But isn't that a new trend now in the football world as well?
Yeah, rotate penalty takers.
Yeah. Do you know what you haven't done yet today, Jason?
What?
You said we haven't actually acknowledged the chat. Do you want to say hello to a few people?
No, not really.
Live? No,
because they've all scored higher than me.
I'll say hello to a few people I'll just say hello to the few people that are here right in front of me. Scotty D, good afternoon. Bilal, Men in Black, Harbour Boy, Jinesh, Peppermint Freedom, Anguilla, Jerome Robinson, Amanda Huggingkiss. Good evening, and I know John Harris was here. He said that he was asking about has anybody actually got a clean sheet from any of their goalkeepers. Well, yeah, I have. Jason definitely has. He got one bloody. 0-0, Jace.
Wow, it's helped me out. That 6 points takes me up to 50. Wow.
Men in Black saying Steve was up to third in the Super Brew predictor and is only 4 points behind Cinnamon. Is he top spot still, Men in Black? He's also saying, are you number one in the Burnley mini league in Sky? The answer is no, I'm third, but really, really close to top spot. Really close to top spot. I was gutted. If I'd have captained Salah, I'd be number one in the Burnley mini league. It's just mental, Jace. Honestly.
Kick Your Ass TV's in the chat saying I triple captain Son, Jason, so don't feel bad. I can't believe he did that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yes. But guess who his vice captain was, Jace?
Salah.
No, Sterling.
Oh God, imagine. Oh.
Yeah, it's not great for him, but certainly going back to the Sky Fantasy, do you think I should quit my job if I win the £50,000, Jace?
If you win the 50, well, you'd be surprised how quickly that £50,000 you can get rid of.
Well, I earned less than half that in a year. So
yeah, but if it's in your bank account, you'll end up going on probably on a gallivanting trip somewhere, watching loads of death metal bands somewhere in Sweden. Drinking Smirnoff, absolute vodka, and I know. I can see you somewhere I could see you going to Amsterdam.
No, definitely not. I'd be more inclined to go to, well, funny enough, we
Las Vegas.
On stream earlier. No, but certainly in America, somewhere out in the outback. Well, the outback. That's Australia, but
that's Australia.
In the countryside or whatever in America would be amazing. Going on really long treks.
I think that would be insane. But 50 grand, yeah, you could do that. I mean, I tell you what, if you're gonna do something like that, the best thing would be to go to America, hire an RV. So that's just like basically a motorhome, if you don't know what that is, and just go, like you said, just go across the countryside, stopping off at different towns, and hope to God you don't get kidnapped and murdered.
Yeah, thanks for that. Looking at your team here, so Turner, Cash, Trippier, Udogie, Son, Salah, Diaby, Bowen, Haaland, Alvarez, Haaland. Do you have any issues with this team that you have that you feel, right, I've just got to get rid of this player? Are you just thinking
my team?
Just leave it for now. Yeah, your team.
My team right now.
Right now, yeah. Are you happy with it, or do you think I need?
Yeah, I don't have any in my. I mean, of course, my bench is not great. I've got Botman and Henry, both red flagged. They're out for a while, but my team as a whole, I'm not too dissatisfied with. I've got a nice Turner and goal against Luton at home. Cash, Trippier, and Udogie are doing for me fine. Okay, West Ham play Aston Villa up next, which isn't ideal because I've got a couple playing against each other. But Son, Salah, Diaby, Bowen, all good players, all able to get points. I think Haaland for me is the one. I can't get rid of him ahead of Sheffield United though. He didn't have anything to really. He's not been fed anything from that midfield. So, again, kind of irks me that Ten Hag is so blimmin' stubborn with his team choice in midfield, because I feel that Bruno really needs to be in that centre feeding Haaland. He just can't do the same job from out wide, and no disrespect to Mason Mount, but he doesn't seem to be that. He's more interested in picking the ball up and moving forward to try and create goal scoring opportunities for himself than he is to actually be kind of being the mechanism from defense and attack. He's more of a box to box midfielder as opposed to a playmaker at the moment for United, which is annoying because we need people feeding Haaland. We haven't got wingers. When you've got Bruno on the right and Rashford on the left, we haven't got proper wingers crossing the ball in for Haaland to get on the head, to get ahead to it or to take it down and shoot. It's I don't think I get rid of Haaland though at the moment. I think that was a punt that just has not paid off for me. He's getting all his goals in Europe, incidentally, of course, which is annoying. Nothing else in my team though.
Before we start taking some calls, because there are quite a few people in the waiting room, I think we will need to do the 5-minute timer, Jace. Make sure that you are hitting the like button. If you are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It'd be nice to get more than one subscriber for the amount of streams that myself and Jason are doing.
Yeah.
It would be very, very... Yeah, that line was so funny when you said it the other day. All these videos and streams, we've got 1 subscriber in a week. It's great. Is it really that bad? But yeah, make sure you are hitting the like button and the subscribe button. It's an easy way to support the show. And if you do want to support us financially, why not become a member?
And YouTube.
With all the members' videos. But yeah, shall we start taking...
Oh, well, quickly ask you the same question too. Is there anything in your team other than is it Ward-Prowse basically that you want to out?
Yeah, it's Ward-Prowse. It's been
5
a shame
points from Salah on the bench as well.
Oh God! Do you want to get angry, Jace? Do you want to get really annoyed?
Go on then.
Look at Brew's team, top of the moderator league. Look at his team, please. I want to gauge your reaction. I'm going to deliberately put you on the screen.
Courier, Cash, Sufal, Trippier, Madison Burns, Sandiaby. Wow. Wait a minute. Did he have Sufal on the bench? Did he have Saka playing?
No.
And
yeah, he had Saka playing, and look who's on the bench.
No, I can't because it's already auto-subbed him. Was it...
It's already done it, hasn't it?
Yeah, who did he have on the bench?
Yeah, he had Saka playing.
And who did he bench?
Isaac.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yeah, I see that now. Man. Wow. Good. Well. Fortunate.
And Kufau came in with a bonus point as well. It's laughable.
Right, enough of this. Let's get these people on.
I have no idea who's on first, so should we just go and
go in the order of what people have posted there?
Okay.
Hang on, have we got anyone that's got a bad score here? No, he's got more than me. He's got more than me. Okay, let's go with Chucky. Go and bring him on. Post your team in the team screenshots, guys, above the waiting room if you want to come on air and talk to us about your team. What's he posted here? Here we go. 650 game week 8. Here we go. Chucky Cheese, how's it going?
Hello.
Good evening. What do you want to talk to us about?
Well, I did. I put in Palmer, didn't I? I put Palmer and Salah in for a -4, and I took Rashford and then Bomo out.
Oh, you're a fucking superstar, aren't you?
Not to be patronising, but I come on here last week before, and I was at 3.2 million. I then wildcarded. I went to 2.7 million, and I was talking to you about a bench boost, if you remember. I then bench boosted. I had DRB, I had Cash on my bench boost, and
this was last week, was it?
Yeah, I went from 2.7 million to 1.1 million, and I then done the Palmer and Salah moves. I'm now 650k in the world. So you can do it.
Going back to last week, what did your bench bring you? How many points, just of interest?
So 18, but then I didn't have Botman playing. So and Bomo come on, so I had 16 in total on my bench boost, which is pretty average. It's not one to gloat about.
And what made you bring in Cole Palmer this week? What made you? What FPL God told you to bring in Cole Palmer?
So I watched the game. I watched the Chelsea game against Fulham, and I saw Palmer, and I've loved him when he was at Man City and thought that he deserved more game time. And I wanted Salah in, but the only way to get Salah in was to take Rashford and Bomo out, and then getting Cole Palmer for the exact money. I had 4.9 million to getting a player, and Cole Palmer was 4.9 million. Sorry, I had the exact money to get him in.
Well done. This is Sunday surgery, not Sunday. I'm going to fucking gloat about my team. No, it's good, man. It's good. No, in all seriousness, I'm just jealous.
Mate, I've been where you were. I was 3.9 million 3 game weeks ago, and I wanted to kill everyone. I wanted to literally quit. I feel like deleting my whole FPL.
I just feel like I'm a fraud.
But I had Haaland with you, mate, and I'm a Man United fan. So
mate, you're a United fan, so you know the pain, right?
Oh, it's dreadful. It literally,
because he's a good player. Haaland's a good player. You know he is a good player, and you can see it about him. He's got that spark, but bloody hell, he's got a hard shift at the top, leading that line, isn't he?
There we go. We got saved by Scott McTominay to come off the bench and score 2 goals. And what was it, inside the 90 minutes or whatever it was?
Bold move taking Casemiro off, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, you'd say Casemiro has to stay on, wouldn't you? But he's just not been great this season.
You could say that about a lot of players, and you know, and have you heard what I've said about my thoughts about United? Do you agree with what I've said about individual players there and the favourites of Ten Hag?
Rashford has been abysmal. I feel like he has to be benched. He's been that bad.
Somebody said it actually the other day. I think it was actually United Stand I was watching. It was like, what teams does Rashford, he's not world class, you know, in the sense of the way he's playing now. And what teams would Rashford walk into right now in the top, you know, top 6?
I'd probably say not many of them.
Well, he would fit in the left of Man City, surely. On the left for Man City.
No, I probably wouldn't say that.
No, Grealish. I think Grealish and Bernardo and Foden. I think they're more team players, and they play into Pep's ideology. And I think that's the thing. I think, you know, if once defenders realise that Rashford's going to try and take you on, just double up against him if you want. You know, he's going to try and drive into the box. Just stay tight to him, you know, and just usher him out wide. And then all he does then is he turns with his back to goal and passes it back to whoever's playing left back at that moment in time, whether it be Amrabat, whether it be, Lindelof or Dalot. I don't know. Bloody United. I get so frustrated. Well done. Your decision making has done you well. You've gone from 3.9 million to 655,000, which is incredible in a matter of weeks. It's still early. It's still game week 8. There's still only a very little threshold between people in the 2-3 millions and the people in the 1 millions. Steve-O certainly halved his rank. I think more than halved his rank this week with a massive score, of course, with Sterling and Salah leading the points. But, you know, and obviously nailing the captaincy. But yeah, I think the ultimate benefit you've got from playing your bench boost is a massive rank boost. But again, how are you going to fare when we've got the double game which is coming up? How are you going to navigate that? What chips are going to have left to play? I'm assuming triple captain, and you know, certainly, you know, bench boost isn't the be all and end all. It really isn't. I think that. What did you score with your bench boost, by the way? How many points did your bench get?
So it was 18, but I had Botman playing because we had info that Botman was starting, and obviously at last minute they said Botman weren't even in the squad, so he come out and then Bomo went in 18. For a 3-pointer. So it would have been 16 in total, which is not the best, but is it? But I think I still say that if you plan it well for the double game week, you'll score more on the double game week and you'll get more out of it. However, it's a psychological effect that's now had on you.
from going 3.9 to 655. You've gone from feeling like you hate the game to almost giving up to now feeling like, you know, got a chance to climb up the ranks. I'm in a good position now. And that satisfaction that you've done it by making a move that majority of players would not have advised you to do. So it's put you in a different mindset, and proven that you can play your own game essentially.
Well, I started off the season really reserved and really template because last season being rogue and going differential was not working last year. So I started the season and thought, do not take hits. This was the first hit I've taken this year. I've played really reserved and it was not working. So I thought, I've had enough of this. I wild-carded when not many people did in game week. I can't remember if it was game week 5, when no one else was thinking of doing it. And that gave me a big rank jump. And then I thought, I'm going to bench boost DRB and Bomo, Cash and Flecken when everyone was telling me not to do it. So I just thought I might as well try and do it now when I'm low down in the ranks. I think anyone.
Yeah. Just close it up because we've got other callers as well. But I just wanted to say, like, you know, very well done, and you know, eat my hat. The fact that you've gone and done your own thing, and I've said that you shouldn't have done your bench boost. But it's certainly put you in a good position right now. Don't waste that opportunity now to keep climbing the ranks. Don't make any rash moves. Your teams are very good. It's a very balanced team. Palmer, it was never on my radar. The fact that you identified him, brought him in, managed to get Salah and captain him is just a stroke of masterclass genius. Keep going with your gut, man. Seems to be paying off.
Well, it is luck, and I have DRB on the bench as well. And I benched him because that yellow flag, and I thought if he doesn't play, or if he was on the bench, I'd only get 1 pointer. So I went with Palmer, and it's 50-50 swings like that. If I would have benched
But now
Palmer,
you've got to decide who to play over who now. Are you going to go on fixtures, yeah?
I'm going to play DRB, and bench Palmer, who's at home to Arsenal.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate it, but keep your head up, mate. You can do it. You're a knowledgeable geezer. You know what you're doing. You need to go with your gut.
Cheers, mate. Sometimes you just need someone to kind of remind you that that the game is a marathon, not a sprint, and you've got plenty more game weeks to make amends and to get lucky.
Exactly that. And hopefully Man United will turn it around and finally get a win against Sheffield United away. We should absolutely pummel.
Mate, how bad is it that we're just literally like now we're kind of praying that we get wins against these lesser teams? Like,
it's clutching at straws, isn't it? We should be beating Brentford at home convincingly, not scrape a 2-1 win at the last minute.
Clutch at the last minute, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you're a star, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers,
you take
guys.
care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care, mate.
Cheers. Bye.
Where are we getting on next? We're going to get on Warfare.
Yeah. Hello, guys.
Good evening, Warfare. How's it going?
Good evening. How is everyone?
Bloody hell, blew my ears off.
Oh, sorry.
You're only supposed to blow the doors up, right? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm okay. It's been a long day.
Did the -12 pay off?
Well, it didn't really, but it got me the place that I wanted for the next few game weeks. So as part of that -12, I got Son and Watkins in.
What was the -12?
So Son and Watkins, and I can't remember some other cheap geese. Archer as a filler, basically. Something like that, yeah. And then this game week, I had a Stupinan, so I took him out, and I brought in Romero from Spurs.
I've got your team here in front of me, which has got a Stupinan in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the end of this game week. I didn't put my transfer, which I've done earlier today, basically.
Oh, you've already done it. Oh, I see.
Well, there's no point because I was looking and Estupiñán is not going to come back anytime soon. So why bother waiting? Just I've done it. I need someone to play because I've got Botman as well, which I need to think about. Am I going to keep him or should I take a -4 and get rid of him? So that's another question.
I'm completely lost now. You had Estupiñán. The team that you've put in the team screenshot is
yes. So this team that you see here is the team that I had at the end of the game week, the current game week today. Yeah. Okay, I've made the transfer since then. Sorry,
why did you have Estupiñán when he was ruled out days ago?
I already was on -12 at that point, I think it was, and it was just not part of my plan. So effectively, I've played with 10 players basically this game week.
And what were so the -12 was just to bring in Watkins and Son?
Yeah, so I got Archer and Lamptey in, Watkins and Son.
You're making me feel better already.
So I'm hoping this is making. Does that make you feel any better? By the way, if you look at this -12,
I'm confused. So can you just remind me what was this -12?
Right. So I brought in 4 players, right? Watkins, Son, Archer, and Lamptey.
Who did you get rid of though?
I can't remember now.
Brilliant.
It's probably going to be Sterling and Rashford.
Hang on, I can actually check.
Saka or something maybe instead. I don't know, one of them.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, something like that. I had quite a few injuries to deal with, and I still have one left, which is Botman. So that's the first question. Botman feels like one of those that maybe I should keep, I'm thinking.
Hasn't he already come out and said that he's going to be back after the international break? Isn't that what?
Okay, well, that settles it then. I don't have to make another transfer then, right?
Well,
I'm pretty certain that's the case. I'm pretty sure that's what Eddie Howe has come out and literally said. He said he'll be fine after the international break. I could be completely wrong, but I'm certain that's what I've heard, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So he can stay, basically. There's no need to get rid of him.
No. There's no need to get rid of him. But in your team, looking at it here, the standout name there is Mbeumo.
Yeah, that's my second question. Exactly. What do you think about Mbeumo? I mean, I kept him so far, but he hasn't been performing, as you well know. So, should I keep him a bit more or maybe get rid of him? That's the next question.
Well, they've got Burnley next.
Got the timer.
I mean, I couldn't even call that game if you stuck a gun to my head at the moment. Brentford are out of sorts at the moment. I'd probably go with a 2-1 to Brentford, and maybe Mbeumo can do well on the counter-attack against us. He's at home, which is normally where Mbeumo seems to do quite well. At home.
Yes.
Despite the fact I've just said it's a bit of a fire, the fact that he's done a -12 this week, I think, just leave it and leave your team as it is and just go, do you know what, I'm happy with this for game week 9. Leave it, see what happens.
Yeah, and see what happens.
It, and then move on to game week 10, and then you've got 2 free transfers to go right then. And Mbeumo against Burnley, he blanked, or he came through with a double-digit return with a goal and assist and a 3-1 victory. I can then look at Brentford's fixtures and go, right then, their fixtures are as follows. If I look at them right here, right now, they are Brentford,
5 minutes.
Burnley, Chelsea, West Ham. Just hold for Burnley.
Burnley, I think that's a good thing. I mean, it's Burnley at the end of the day. I would expect Brentford to put 2 or 3 past them, and hopefully he gets something. Hopefully, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, and then I have one more question. Now, I've been quite good with the captaincy picks for the past few game weeks, and I would like to keep that trend. So I had Salah now, which was very good. I had Trippier last game week for a 12-pointer. So now I'm looking at the fixtures, and I'm tempted to actually go back to Haaland, because obviously he's playing Brighton, who can't defend for...
Well, hopefully he will, because that's who I'm captaining. I might get some of your luck.
I'm not sure if it's maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's luck, but yeah. Brentford were kind of an easy pick after the drubbing they had last game week, so I thought Salah surely is going to get something. But if you want to hear a funny story, I was on Sun for most until about an hour before the deadline. And I don't usually change my captain if I'm on them the whole week.
What made you change it?
I just kept thinking about Brighton and their defense, and the fact that Spurs don't seem to be able to beat the lower teams quite easily. They struggled against Sheffield as well. And I'm looking at Luton. Luton should be an easy game for them. It's just, I don't know, there was something that told me that it's not going to be a drubbing. And if it's not going to be a drubbing, then I might as well go somewhere else. I had no confidence in Haaland at all, not against Arsenal anyway, and away. Never does well away against good teams. And then you had Salah versus Brighton, so that was my thinking process, and it worked out well, because without that captaincy, this would have been a disaster, basically, this game week. So imagine 12 points less now. That would have been 30-something points.
I reiterate this point regarding Luton, for anybody that even listens to anything I have to say. In the Championship, they scored hardly any goals, but they also conceded hardly any goals. Their matches were pretty much 1-0, 1-1, or 0-0. Their last 6 results are 1-0, 1-1, 1-0, 2-1, 2-1, 1-0. They're not a team that are, okay, the first opening fixtures, you know, they got a beating off Chelsea away, a newly formed Chelsea. They lose to Brighton, a team which is scoring goals for fun. They then go in the Carabao Cup and they beat Gillingham 3-2. Since then, every single game has been beaten. They've lost by 1 goal. That's it. They're no idiots. And all right, you could argue, well, Tottenham are actually a very attacking team, and maybe this Basuma sending off caused the fact that Tottenham couldn't take advantage of that, or of Luton's poor defending. I don't know, but there's something about Luton which shows resilience, and it's just so weird looking at it in front of me. Since, like I said, since that 3-2 goals galore game with Gillingham, it's literally been a goal in it. They, like I said, they lost to West Ham 2-1, which by all accounts they shouldn't have lost. And like I say, it's just 1-0, 1-1, 1-0, 2-1, 2-1, 1-0. They're then up against Nottingham Forest next, who don't score goals. So that's probably going to be
1-0, 1-1.
Right, I am mindful for the time, guys. All right.
Okay, so that's fine. I got all the answers to my questions. So
okay, yeah.
Thank you very much.
So well done on the captaincy, not changing it.
Well done.
Right, thank you.
Cheers, Warfare. You take care, man. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, we're going to be here all night if we're going to have 10 minutes per call. Mario Moss. Mario, how's it going, man? Hey, Mario. Can you hear us? Oh, Mario!
How's it, gents? Can you hear me?
Hello, Mario!
Oh, there's the voice. Good afternoon.
How are you guys?
Hello. What do you want to talk to us
What
about?
do you want to talk about?
So, I got Alexander Arnold in my team. I want to know if I have 8 million. I'm not looking at Haaland right now. So, if there's 8 million and I do want to spend it elsewhere, I don't want to touch my midfield, just looking at defense and forwards.
Hang on a minute. Did you wildcard Haaland out of your team?
Yeah. And I did it last week. Before the price rises and everything, I wanted to make sure I got Watkins.
What did you get? What score did you get?
69.
Oh, nice. Very good. You captain Salah?
Yeah.
Of course. Very good. So your question is, what do you do with Trent Alexander-Arnold, yeah?
Sure. Like, he's got good games coming up, and I'll probably leave him in. I just want to know, after, I plan on dropping off him to fund my move going back to Haaland. So I want to know, if I dropped off him earlier, is there another strike I could take for the same amount that you'd recommend?
From a striker point of view, there's no one to buy. You've got them. Darwin at a push.
Yeah, Darwin Nunez. I was going to say Darwin Nunez,
At
but
a push. there's no. If I look here now at the strikers that are performing within the game, you've got.
You could go with 3 strikers, go Archer to Darwin, and just downgrade Bowen or something.
Yeah, Isaac, you're not going to take too much. I mean, Wilson actually. Wilson came back today.
Wilson or Isaac, yeah. Isaac. Well, but I think Darwin over those 2. I think Darwin might be nailed for minutes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about Darwin.
Darwin for me is just.
He's a brilliant player, but he just misses too many opportunities.
Yeah, he did. Was it the game earlier that he had that pass from Salah where he just was on a plate and he missed it? He kind of skewed it wide. Was it today's or was it midweek champion? Was it in the Europa?
I know there was an opportunity today in one of the games where I can't remember which one it was. Whether it was Liverpool or Brighton or. My brain's all mismatched at the moment. No, but yeah, I think Darwin probably for me. Or Isaac or Wilson. The thing is, Isaac Wilson, you just don't know who's going to play. Well,
That's
Wilson's been out because of injury.
Yeah, well, he's coming back. He's coming back now, isn't he?
Yeah, he came back today, and I think Wilson is the Premier League.
Yeah, it was
striker.
the Europa League. It was Shane's
and
right.
Isaac's the cup games. I think personally, well, yeah, it's either a toss-up between Darwin or Wilson
or Haaland,
point of view.
which no one. Yeah, no. I'm joking, of course.
And you'd be replacing Archer with him, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I would be reluctant to get rid of Trent when he's got these fixtures which are
why
ridiculous.
would you be reluctant to get rid of Trent? He's been absolutely abysmal. His defending is questionable.
I'm talking about fixtures.
His attacking output has been mediocre.
Yeah, well, he did play a couple of decent balls, trying to find his best mate Salah, and Everton, Nottingham Forest, Luton, Brentford. 3 home games out of 4. Liverpool are different animals at home. I think that getting rid of Trent,
he might get a haul at some point in those games that are coming up. To be honest, yeah, that's a good point that Steve-O makes. Do you need to make that move? The fixtures for Liverpool are juicy, right? Do you need to make that move right now, Trent?
My options that were available to see if you guys are seeing the same options I'm seeing. So you guys answer my questions. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you for coming on. 20 seconds. Thank you, man. We're good for time for once. Thank you, Mario. I hope you have. He's muted himself now. Well, thanks for coming on. Next, we've got Animations. Always think of Animaniacs when I read his name. You remember that, Steve-O?
Good.
It's time for Animaniacs. Oh my goodness me, as a chord
Good
sound.
impression, good.
Hello. What's going on, gentlemen?
And
Animations, what do you want to talk about? You've been with us all day. What do you want to...
Ali, I feel like I've got too much, but I was coming on here because I know there's probably some people out there that are hiding with their weak Haalandless scores, and I thought I'd come on here and just give my opinions on it.
oh, go on then. Fire away.
Yes, I expect Haaland to do very, very well over the next few weeks. But I think for me, with the team I have and the money I've still got in the bank to end up getting back to Saka and stuff in the future weeks, is good. And like I was saying to Steve-O earlier, I want to have a bit of fun with FPL, and it's a game of fun for me.
So what was that?
Are you calling me a sheep? That's just so rude, Jason.
Oh no! Sorry, I accidentally caught in my throat.
Jason, I think you should say sorry. That's horrible. That's horrible.
What? Tell me what influence have you been listening to this week?
No one. I thought screw it.
It's fair enough. No, it's fair enough. You know, the Haalandless wildcarders and the Haalandless teams have won out this week, of course, and like you said, I mean, you've got money in the bank. You can look to bring in players, certainly like you mentioned Saka, although I don't know why you would want to bring in Saka to that team necessarily. The team's is very well rounded. Maybe Bowen is one that you're looking at, giving the chop if he doesn't provide anything for you in the upcoming game or the next couple of games? Got Aston Villa away, then Everton at home. Are you giving Bowen a few more games, or are you going to make that change sooner rather than later? Obviously, it was a tough game. It was a tough game this week, wasn't it, against Newcastle? To be fair.
No, yeah, certainly. I'd definitely be giving Bowen at least the next 3 to 4 fixtures before they end up turning. So I think I would definitely keep Bowen. The players I would probably make way would either be Son or Maddison when in game week 10 or game week 11, because I feel like I'd want to get on Saka or maybe Martinelli or something like that. Get a bit different.
Well, Martinelli looked on fire when he came on. He had certainly a lot of oomph about him and a bit more attacking threat, unlike the other waste of space that were up front today, and Nketiah, Jesus and Trossard. Trossard seems to have, I don't know, seems to have dropped off a cliff. He was doing so well for them, and all of a sudden gets an injury, and whenever he's been given the opportunity, he just doesn't really seem to be taken at the moment. Martinelli could be a really good... How much is Martinelli, just of interest?
7.7, I think, I'm pretty sure.
He's 7.7.
Did he start the season at 8 million?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I think Martinelli could be a good shout. Certainly, I'd be monitoring this Saka injury.
Because he got a very fortuitous deflection.
No, he looked really, really good when he came on.
Yeah,
really good.
Because he was fresh from coming on against tired legs, yeah.
He's playing Man City, one of the best teams in the world, let alone the Premier League. And he's a really good player, Martinelli. But Saka, I'd be monitoring the injury and everything. I think, personally, Saka could be out for a lot longer than what people think. That's what that's just an opinion, is based on absolutely nothing. But certainly, looking at the way he was wincing at the end of that particular fixture against Tottenham, wasn't it, or something? He didn't look good. And I think that Arteta's just run him into the ground too much, and his body's just given out on him. I think Saka could be out longer than what we all think. However, their fixtures after Newcastle look extremely good. But you're doing really well in the mini leagues and everything, animations. I think whatever you're doing, you're...
I feel Matty in the chat saying it's funny that animations is coming after a wild card in with Haaland. Without Haaland, his draft looks pretty much the same as FPL Raptors. Animations you've copied Raptors team bar 1 or 2 players different. You got any rebuttal to that? Animations? Is Matty? Does he know what he's on about here?
No, I haven't specifically done it. I like, obviously some streamers have said that. Oh yeah, people on Twitter are going without Haaland and stuff, and I thought, I'm going to go and just be out there at the end of the day and have fun with FPL.
I really wish it backfired. I really do.
Well, listen. There was just 2 things I was going to say before my timer goes up or whatever.
Yeah.
With Haaland, I can get back to him with a -8 or even a -4. So if I miss out on points on Haaland, you guys can just have them. Like, at the end of the day, if I miss out, I miss out.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, that's fair enough. Yeah. Timers are going down. If that's it, I think we should move on to the next call. Animations, well done for 61 points. You're well above the average. Green arrow.
I'm not on 61. I took a -12, mate. So I'm probably on like
shoot, you did. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice you took a -12.
And I've got to get my bench for 9 points on Sun captaincy, so it's not all doom and gloom, Jason.
Still, how many points are you on with your -12? So that's what, 59, 49. Yeah, only 1 point less than me.
Exactly. So it's not all doom and gloom, mate.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, cheers, gents, and thank you very much.
Yeah, just let us know what Raptor's doing, and I might try and copy as well.
Alright, peace out, guys.
See you later, dude.
Conspiracy theories floating around everywhere. Interesting. Animations, that's what FPL Raptor said. He could get back to Haaland in a -4.
FPL Matty's throwing some shade there on animations, and I'm happy to be the middleman on that one, of course. Haaland will punish Salah against Brighton. I hope so, Shane. I hope so. I really do. Thanks again, animations. I feel like I might be coming in. I feel like I might be getting a cold. My daughter's obviously that they're all back at school after the summer holidays. You know, they've been back a few weeks now. And she's been sniffing and coughing and spluttering, and I'm like, oh no. You know, because it always happens, especially this time of year. And I just, do you know, when you psychologically, you know, it's only a matter of time before you get something. And you get, I don't know about you, Steve-O, but I always get sore throats. Whenever I have a cold, the first thing I get is a sore throat. I can't stand sore throats. Give me a headache any day of the week. Give me a runny nose, I don't mind it. But a sore throat does my freaking head in, especially a bad one. Always get sore throats. I don't know why.
And especially when you're a singer as well.
Well, yeah, and I've got a gig in 2 weeks, and I'm just like, I'm literally like, I'm honest with you, I'm just like panicking that I may be getting a cold, and I don't want to be getting a cold. So the selfish part of me is like feeling sorry for myself. Right, let's move on to the next call. Who's next? JR17 was after animations.
Oh, I thought we'd already... No, we haven't had them on, have we?
Guys, don't forget to post your teams and the team screenshots, and I can see there. Hello, Mr. JR17. How's it going, mate?
How's it going? All right?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm
a good
okay.
weekend? Do you have a nice Sunday dinner?
I haven't eaten yet. I'm going to eat after this. So.
You haven't eaten yet?
No, after this.
Whereabouts are you? You UK, right?
Yeah, but I ate at like 4, so I'm fine for now.
All right, okay. What did you eat at 4 o'clock?
Like Sunday dinner, really. Yeah,
oh, you had Sunday dinner. Yeah. You're not full up?
I'll be fine for now. I can eat like in about an hour. I don't know.
Shouldn't be eating this late at night, mate.
Yeah, I've heard that before, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, you're showing us your team for... What are you showing us here? Your team?
Oh, no, this is the transfer list, right? So I posted this. I got 64 points, by the way. I'm not like hiding that, but like I want to show you like the money in the bank, right? And I didn't realize this before an hour ago, but this is a wildcard team, but I didn't know what to do with the extra money, so I just left it. And I realized that because of the amount of money I have left, I can get triple Arsenal attack in game week 10 if I take a hit, and I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Like I have just
who would you be taking out?
Son, Madison, and then one of the other two.
So taking out one of the best teams in the Premier League at the moment for a good team.
I know, it's just I don't know, like after nine, Spurs' fixtures are a bit worse. So
Palace away, Chelsea, Wolves, Aston Villa, Man City. I don't think you need to look at Tottenham's fixtures from an attacking perspective. They're just scoring goals for fun. They've got the quality of player to be scoring goals for fun. From a defensive point of view, yeah, I would agree with you on that. Arsenal, again, they're a team that, yes, a lot of us will be wanting to jump on. Very similar fixtures to Tottenham, I would argue. Tottenham slightly worse, but I'd be triple. So who would it be? Odegaard, Martinelli, and Saka?
Yeah, potentially. I might just go for 2 because I don't really want to take a hit if I don't need to.
You get rid of Madison and Son.
Yeah.
I think it's madness. From my own personal point of view, I think that getting rid of Madison and Son, who are the two key components to the reason why Tottenham are scoring so many goals. I know Son blanked yesterday, but obviously there were reasons for that. I'm looking at your team. Your team's too good. You've got too many.
Yeah, I know. There is no Haaland.
Well, right? I don't really know. Well, I do know, but it's like the Robertson, Alexander-Arnold.
Oh yeah, no, I told you on like Friday or something.
Gone by, yeah. They're the players that you want in your team for FPL. But at the moment, they just look like they're always going to concede, and they don't really show as much as I would want to see attacking wise. I think that Liverpool, I don't know if they've changed the way that they're playing, but they're playing more through the middle now than they are at the wings.
Yeah, it seems so, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you could be, of course, the fixtures are looking like they're really nice now. They look like, a sea of green. So, by all means, it could be against lesser opposition that you start to see Alexander-Arnold whipping those balls in along with Robertson, getting some assists. And, so if you're going without Haaland, you've got that 14 million gone, then you can throw in these players. But I don't know. I've just got a feeling that Haaland is not one that you want to be going without for too long. I think the people that have going without them at the moment, obviously they're feeling like they're justified with the wild card and they're justified with taking him out. But I don't know.
I remember telling you this before, but the main reason I don't have him is because I just won't captain him for 7 weeks. And so I don't really want a player that's hurting my rank every week in my team. And you might think that's like a bad reason to not have him, but I feel like I could just put the money elsewhere if I'm not going to captain him.
Well, again, the 90% of the game do have him, and they're going to captain. A lot of them
Yeah,
are going to captain
of course. I'm personally not going to.
But the problem is that where do you put that money? Your team is just ridiculously strong.
Yeah, and you've got it's on the you've got money on the bench essentially. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're just going to throw money on the bench. You're just going to have, and you're going to have points on the bench at the odd game week here and there. Which if that's fine, if you're happy with that, then by all means that's how you play the game. Then all for you. But I personally like to have cheap and cheerful on the bench and use as much as that of my budget in my first 11. And the way that you do that is by having some of those premiums in. The likes of Salah and Haaland allow that.
Yep.
But again,
the way your team is set up is literally
it's a nice team. It's what? Sorry, Steve.
Your team set up is literally just chop and change every week. So, I don't like the look of this player's fixture. Just bring in this player instead.
That's what the aim is. Yeah, that's the aim. I just want to be really aggressive until I need to get Haaland back. And so that's why I'm suggesting double or triple Arsenal attack because it's Sheffield United in 2 weeks. So
yeah, by all means go with that then. Just modulate the hell out of your team. Just swap and change players as you will. I mean, that's the beauty of having these price points, these players at these price points, is it, and the money in the bank as well. That 1.1 million that's in the bank is going to allow you to do that. So just it seems like that's the way you've set up to play the game for the foreseeable future anyway. So no point overthinking it. Just plug and play, baby.
Cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, Haaland is worrying, but I don't know. I'm just not going to captain him. And if I lose points for this, I'll just have to take it. Really.
Well, you started off alright, so don't worry.
I know. Keep in mind. 0 XG today. That's really surprising. I couldn't believe it when I saw from Haaland.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. But guess what?
Every attacking player in
football is funny. It's a funny old way of doing it.
Indeed, it is. I just can't believe that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Thanks, JR, man.
Yeah, man. See you later.
Cheers,
Bye.
dude. Let's get Brian on. Hello, Brian. Another one that's got more points than me. Hello, Brian.
Oh, how's it going, boys?
Wow, not bad.
You're a new convert, aren't you?
Yeah, I am pretty new. And I clicked on the link and I asked how to join. And I went through so many hoops, I thought I may as well stay on and actually say something.
You went through many hoops? Really? Was that many?
Oh, yeah, the clicking and the confirming and the passwords and all that.
we have to have that because of basically if you don't have it, you just get tons of bots raiding your Discord, posting inappropriate pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, no, I've been watching Steve there last couple of nights and I saw the premiere. Like I said, made a few comments in his video there, and I fully agree with his take and his stance on a lot of things. And I haven't been scared off as he thought I might have been. But yeah, no, I really enjoy the content and what he was talking about, Juice and all of that. He was doing a really good job talking at them. So I just want to say, look, you're doing I've been watching a lot of FPL stuff for about a year and a half, playing it for about 10 years. And yeah, I am quite tired of the sameness of it. So you guys I'm glad that the last week and a half, maybe, found you guys.
Wow,
so it's a little bit different.
You got through last night then?
Yeah. Look, hey, man, I can't disagree with anything Steve-O said. You know what I mean? If you can't live your own life and make your own decisions, then don't be coming into places and saying, "Oh, you said to do this," or you said, I mean, we all like this game is supposed to be fun, and over the last couple of years, I've noticed a lot of this stuff that's happening where it's
follow the leader, right? It's all the Pied Piper and the flute leading all the rats.
Yeah, I saw one guy, and I won't mention which stream it was, but he
No,
made
don't mention any streams. No.
Yeah.
he made a joke. He made a joke about missing the deadline, and he's a big enough streamer. He made a joke about missing the deadline, and he got a load of abuse for it. And then he went on a half an hour afterwards saying, "Why do you care so much about whether?" And it was just a sub call. All it was a sub call, whether he's going to say Cash or Trippier. And he got comments saying, "You didn't show your team. You faked this. You faked this."
Oh, mate, I find it really cringe. I find it so cringe.
The guy was like, "Why do you care so much about my final transfer, my final decision? Is it because you're copying my team, or is it because you have your own life? You're only angry with me making this silly joke because you don't have your own life. You're copying my team." So that's why what Steve-O was saying last night, I was like, "Yeah, man, right on." I was like, 100%. This is the
mate. I like a lot of these like community members that that rise up and they get angry at these streamers. I just like them, and they're like, to me, they're like leeches, they're like parasites. I mean, yeah, you're getting views from them, that's fair enough. And if you want to, if that's what you're out there for, and that's all very well and good. But at the end of the day, they've got no intelligence of their own to come up with their own decisions. They literally leech off of content creators and others within forums, and I'm like, literally, for me, they're just a waste of space. I've got absolute no time for people that they allow other people to make decisions for them and then get angry and call them out and then get abusive when things don't go their own way. I find it the most just parasitic, like toxic cesspit of crap that exists on YouTube and in the FPL sort of like verse, so to speak. And I think that if we call these people out and call them what they really are and just don't tolerate it, then we should start to see a shift away from that, hopefully. But again, I think a lot of these streamers, they don't care because they've got the views, right? They've got high numbers watching. They don't care if a percentage of their viewership are toxic or are like this way, because ultimately they're getting ad revenue from it, they're getting memberships from it. So it's better the devil you know, almost, isn't it? It's like, it's not like they're going to be meeting them down the pub and having a chat about football. It's like as soon as they end the stream, they couldn't give a shit what Johnny's saying in the chat, or they can't, because they've not captained the player because they've gone off a bad bit of advice or something. I've not captained the player.
My two, but just quickly, even if I played FPL for another 10 years, my two greatest ever FPL moments, I captained Yannick Bolasie about 8 years ago and he scored a hat-trick. I captained John Walters about 7 years ago when he was playing for Stoke. He scored a hat-trick. No content creator ever suggested that. I went with it on a pure gut call, and those will always be the decisions that I remember. I could captain Son today because everyone said captain Son today, and he got a hat-trick. I would never get that same buzz off that Yannick Bolasie. I captained him playing for Crystal Palace, and he scored a bloody hat-trick because I just felt like it. It was a gut call. You will never get that buzz of copying any content creator ever.
And also, like, the more and more people that are doing that, the more the leagues are going to become like stagnant, essentially, because people are, the template is one thing, and the game week 1 template and beyond is one thing. But when we start seeing like the bandwagons of the streamers, the influencers, the Twitter personalities, all kind of going in the same direction. Matty Winner lots talking about it in the chat. Lots of people congregating over the same players, making the same moves, making the same suggestions. kind of what you're causing is less diversity within the mini league. So you're causing more stagnation, and like you're saying, when you these punts that years gone by, people would go with 2, 3, 4 punts in their team. People now resign themselves to maybe only having 1 or 2 maximum.
Yeah, 1 punt.
Because they don't want
to.
They're too scared to deviate too far away from what's accepted in inverted commas.
Yeah, the Rashford, Man United have brilliant fixture, brilliant underlying numbers. I've heard that for 8 weeks. 8 weeks I've heard about their brilliant underlying numbers. Chelsea, underlying numbers, brilliant fixture. Where are you?
Yeah, right. Fucking Man United you've been watching.
Where are you? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've only got Haaland in my team because I support United and I'm an idiot.
But it's not just eye test. I watched, I can't afford Sky Sports and BT and all that stuff, right? I live in Ireland, right? We get some stuff for free, but I can't pay 900 quid a year to watch every football match. So I can't do the eye test the way I used to. So I rely on more stuff, but I rely on the, I had 3 Chelsea and I had double United. I saw Chelsea play 1 game and I immediately sold in my head all of them. Immediately.
Nothing beats the eye test, mate.
Nothing, and I watched them play Bournemouth and they could have played for about 7 hours and they couldn't score a goal. I was like, you're out, you're out. I don't care about your underlying numbers. Manchester United.
Chelsea seem to be sort of turning a bit of a corner. I'm starting to think maybe I'm going to keep an eye on Chelsea. Man United, I just think, fucking hell, they are. Pardon my language. They are far from a club with an identity and a recognised game plan right now. So this, this I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know.
You have to look at the big picture as well sometimes and go, Manchester United, they have Burnley and Nottingham Forest. Does that look like a team you would bet on? Does that look like a team you would put actual money on?
I'm not, like, every fixture that United playing now, I'm like, not confident. I'm not confident away, or like certainly, I mean, Sheffield United away, I wouldn't be surprised if we literally scrape a 1-0 win. I would not be surprised if we scrape a 1-0 win. If we concede, I tell you what, I'm going to call this now. A couple of weeks' time, I'm going to say right now, if we concede away at Sheffield United, I am really worried because, the attitude. I don't think he's gone. No, but I think
he's close to gone. I think he's got them over. They're going. I think he's close. They
can't get rid of him. Can't afford to pay him off and get someone else in. Got no money at the moment. Spent our budget, so it'll be our wage bill's ridiculous. And also, like, who the hell walks into the job? Who's gonna with that team? Who's gonna rally them up, get their heads lifted again? This is the thing. I mean, it's almost like a poison chalice at this point, taking over the United team.
And the optics of having Johnny Evans starting game.
Well, I have to say, Johnny Evans has been one of our best players, and that said as well, one other thing I have to give what credit where credit's due, and deadly serious. Harry Maguire, he's turned his game around. He has absolutely turned his game around. Do you know what? That spell of the captaincy taken off of Harry Maguire, sat on the bench week in, week out, away from the limelight, away from the media. I think it's really helped him, and he's looked. For me, I haven't seen Harry Maguire. I mean, I don't want to jinx the guy, touch wood, but I haven't seen the guy put a foot wrong the minutes that he's been playing for United. Johnny Evans come on, he's been solid for me. Lindelof's had a few shaky moments, yes. I thought Deleu's been playing well, but I want to say that I was always criticising Harry Maguire, and recently I have to be like, he's playing his way into the team. For me, I would be strongly, at the moment, injuries forcing it, but I'm seriously saying that Harry Maguire could be one of our best at the moment choices at centre back.
I think he just nailed it with one of the other things there, taking the captaincy off.
Yeah, take the pressure off him. He was making mistakes week in, week out. People were giving him shit. And to say that these posts on social media and the criticism from the journalists, it gets back to these players. They might say that they don't read it, they don't pay any attention from it, but you could see that his confidence. Like, people were going, how is he making these mistakes? How is he making these bad touches? How is he making like these errors of judgment? Well, quite clearly, he's panicking every time the ball comes to him because he's worried that someone's going to clip a 5-second video of him and post it all over social media. Like, it gets these players, and yeah, people go like, harden the hell up. You paid like mega money and all that, but I just love the fact that he's come back into the team. Okay, through injury, he's been forced back into the team, but guess what? He's doing a job. He's doing it well, and I would love nothing more than Harry Maguire to return to the form that he had with Leicester and when he joined United. I would love that, because it would be a great arc. It would be a great arc for him to go through that period of time where he got so much criticism and stick. And yeah, he's lost a yard or two in pace over the last few seasons, but I don't know. I think it just comes down to his mentality and his starting position on defenders. I think against attackers. I mean, sorry. I think that for me, that's one positive that I've got in United at the moment is Harry Maguire. I want to see him turn it around.
Even as an Irish Liverpool fan who should hate everything English and everything Man United, I can fully understand that, how good that would feel for a guy who's been... there's nothing better than either, number one, a young kid coming through and being class, or a guy who everyone wrote off and called shite, working their way back into the team.
Absolutely.
A solid player. And yes, as much as I dislike the guy, even the hardest of hearted Liverpool fans can say that guy has been wrung through the media.
Oh, it's disgusting what people have been posting and writing about him, and certainly the way that the media and the journalists have attacked him. I think that there's been instances where he's made mistakes, of course, but I think to kick a guy when he's down and to keep doing it, I think it just shows that the journalistic nature of the media at the moment, and the way, prove everybody wrong is what I say. Harry Maguire, if you're watching the show, I'm sure you're a regular viewer. Yeah. But yeah, dude, thanks for coming on, and Brian, it's been a pleasure, man.
Thanks very much, guys.
Take care.
Take it easy.
It's great to get new callers on, Steve-O, and talking about FPLG, so we'll talk briefly on that. You mentioned to me Saturday it was, I couldn't do the 3 o'clocks because I was kind of away and busy with the family, but you were like, Jace, I've been watching FPLGs for since 9 o'clock. I tuned in, I'm laughing my head off. Like, it's just a breath of fresh air. Just like everything you've said about it in yesterday's video is completely true. I just kind of relate. I could get on with those people. If I met those people in the pub and was chatting to them about football, I could get on with all of them. There's no like awkwardness there. It's just
no pretense.
It's natural ability to just communicate and have a chat with someone. You just get those people, don't you, that you just could get on with quite easily.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and certainly, like I said, because they're a studio-based program, you get to see the body language and the mannerisms and everything, and it's a very well-produced show. And certainly, I think the guys have a lot to be proud of, and I'm looking forward to. I do get the opportunity to go on because they do keep asking me to come on. Unfortunately, they go live on Tuesdays, which I'm not available on. But I have literally told Nick that if I'm ever off on a Tuesday, I'm coming in. End of discussion. I'm just messaging him to say whether I go on live or not is a completely different thing. But I'll just happily go down just to check it out, see what the setup's like and everything, and then have a bit of fun, basically. Should we get on our final caller, Jay?
Yeah, because I want to watch some more Stargate SG-1 with my wife. I've got her into Stargate SG-1, Steve-O. A series that I watched when I was 15 years old, and I was hooked, man, on Stargate. Like, have you ever watched it?
No.
It's really good. Like, it like the storylines even season 1, the storylines are really good. But you're not a big sci-fi guy, are you? You don't like science fiction that much.
No, unless it's Black Mirror. But no, not
No,
really,
I mean this is more like off-world alien. You know, so.
Well,
you know.
the only reason why I know Stargate is because it used to be on Sky 1, and I'd watch SmackDown after it.
Yeah. Stargate SG-1, then. Yeah, but I was re-watching season 1 of Stargate SG-1 because I haven't watched that since around the Attitude Era of wrestling. So I was Stargate SG-1 was on before SmackDown. You're right. Was it on before or after? It was one or the other.
I'm pretty certain it was on before SmackDown.
Because I used to watch Stargate and then I'd watch the SmackDown after on a Saturday. And I just remember that, watching it, and then now I'm re-watching it because I even got the DVD collection of Stargate. I have somewhere the whole 10 seasons of Stargate on DVD in these big volume. This is the thing with DVDs; they're in the attic somewhere now. Does anyone still have anyone in the chat? If you're watching this, yes, this is an FPL channel. We do talk about FPL every now and again. Does anyone here actually got? And I will get you on in a minute, Gary. I see you in the waiting room. Has anyone actually got DVDs still in their front room? And if you do you have a means to play them? Because I just stuck mine in the attic.
I'm telling you now, I brought back my wrestling DVDs, and they're amazing. Like, I can even see the difference in quality on my TV compared to when I used to have the WWE Network. And the fact that with the wrestling ones, they haven't edited anything out. It's all just straight from the live to DVD, and they just put it out there, and you get to see everything. Whereas for instance, with the WWE Network and any kind of streaming service, they edit things out. And I bet you in the Stargate series on your DVDs, okay, 99%.
If they have they do edit stuff out. You're right.
Yeah, I reckon you'd be better off watching it on DVD than you are on streaming. To be honest with you.
To be honest, I'll be honest. I'm watching the Stargate series on Now TV. I got the entertainment package on Now TV. I got the offer for 6 months or something, or $6.99 for 6 months or something like that. And I'm disappointed at the resolution on Now TV.
Oh, interesting.
I think the Now TV is 720. It's playing the Stargate episodes in 720p square format, 4.4 by 1. And I'm just like, I'm sure my DVDs up in the attic have got much better quality than this. But anyway, I digress. Let's get Gary B on. Hello, Gary. How's it going, mate? Thank you for waiting patiently while I talk about random things.
Come on, Gary.
Gary, are you there?
Tiny, but...
Oh my god, it's a tiny screenshot.
I'll do a lock stock here. Gary, mate, sit in the car.
Gary! Calm down. Can't do it.
Come on, Gary.
Here he is.
Come on, Gary. You know you want to do this.
Gary!
Gary, mate.
Is it where his hair's on fire? He singed his hair. Singed his hair because they shot that shotgun.
That's it.
In that rich guy. Oh my god, yeah. God,
that's in fact.
I want to see that movie again.
It's one of my favourite films, and they've edited the shit out of that. I've got the original DVD, but they've edited the shit out of that film.
No, Gary's not there. So Gary, you had your chance. There you go. Bruce in Portugal watching.
Stu
is the arsehole of the days here. The moderators decided to turn up. Don't worry, I've banned everyone, Brew. Don't worry, you can have a little jolly ever in Portugal with your jammy FPL points. You know, Mr. Big I Am, top of the league, Tottenham fan. Hope you're having a rubbish time and you're not going in any pools. And I hope some 5-year-old kids peed in your communal swimming pool. I really do. I'm only joking, of course. Right. Matty Winalot's here. Let's get Matty on very quickly. Matty Winalot, what do you want to talk about? I see you joined the waiting room.
Off air.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Well, I don't know what it is about people in the Discord waiting room, but they don't want to talk. Okay, guys. I think we're going to just call it there. Now we've got the international break, but so I've got a gig in 2 weeks. Do you want me to send you some videos of the gig, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Cool.
yes. Please.
It's our first full.
It's
our first full set. So it's 24 songs.
I think
So it's
24 songs.
Yeah, we're performing 24 songs. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 hours, mate, with a 15-minute break.
Wow. I was going to say upload. Why don't you upload it to a members video?
Well, I could do, but then some people are like, this is a FPL channel. Why? Should I just make a separate YouTube channel and just upload it onto that?
I can't remember what your band's called, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll do that then. I can send everyone over there, can't I? Righto. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And guys, don't forget to join our Discord. The link is up in the pinned message at the top of the chat. Jump to Discord, talk to us, talk to other FPL managers. We've got members chat as well, so if you are a member, make sure you are connected on Discord to jump into the member channel. Look out for the member videos that Steve-O makes on a regular basis, almost on a daily basis. He unmuted as soon as you dropped him, says Jerome. Well, I'm sure he's not got anything good to say. Gary, Matty, got nothing good to say, right? Matty?
Yeah.
These are people that have been on like 50 times. Come on.
What do you want to say, Matty?
Speak to the nation.
You alright?
Come on, Matty. Speak.
I'm here.
What do you want to talk? What do you want to say?
I just want to say, like, I just want to say a big up to Steve-O.
What for?
What about it? What about me?
Well, you don't play Sky.
Oh God, yeah.
I just want to say
I'm catching you, Matty.
You might be, but you might have used a few more transfers than me.
Right, good chat. See you later, mate.
You used 13, haven't you? 12.
Yeah, something like that.
What do you mean something like that? You should know how many you've used.
I've used about 12 on my one and about 11 on my other.
Who's when you say you've got your other team? How well's the other team doing?
I'm 900 with the one team and 1,000 in the other team.
Okay, I've used. That's ridiculous. 14 transfers I've used.
We don't really talk about the Sky Fantasy Football game because it's like
but we will do when I win 50,000.
Hey Jace, you're saying that now, but if Steve-O won 50 grand, you'll be like saying, "Well done, Steve-O."
I've always been your mate.
Yeah. Remember last year?
Take me with you to Magaluf.
Last year when I helped you out, Steve-O? Wink, wink.
Yeah, right. Maybe we will
get
it.
Just quickly, no direct spoilers, but what was Saw 10 like? Without spoiling it.
What did I score this week?
No. Saw 10 without any spoilers. What did you think?
Oh, the new Saw X. I went last night to watch it with my son, and yeah, it's pretty much like the first and second and third.
And the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, eighth.
But it's really good watching it in the cinema though, because it's like you're quite close to the screen and you got the sound all around you. But yeah, it's the same girl who was in the first one, who he got to be his apprenticeship sort of thing when Saw, I can't remember his name now in the film. John. Well, he was in the last one as well, and he just like obviously made up all these traps and had bad people doing things, and he would take him away and have him like have this head thing on and like And with
But
his
isn't
eyes.
this a film set in the middle of Saw 1 and 2? Isn't it like in between those two?
No, it's just like a follow on to the old ones, like.
Right. So, do you recommend he watches it?
The new Saw one, yeah, I've watched nearly all.
Go to the cinema, Steve-O. Yeah,
I've watched all the Saw ones,
10.
like.
And do a members video talking about it.
You can get passes now at cinemas where like you pay £15 a month and you can go as many times as you want to watch whatever film.
Didn't know that.
So you can go every
Dan had it.
day. You can go every day for £15 and you can go
certain
every day
times
and
a
watch
day.
different films, like any time of the day.
Fair enough. Wow, that's pretty insane if you get passes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dan
my
used to
boy's
genuinely
got one.
All right, okay. Like a VIP pass.
Yeah, you pay £15 for the month, and then you can just go whenever you want. Like you book it in, and then just go and watch a film, and then you can go to the next day to watch another one, and then you can even go and watch 2 in one day if you wanted to. If you
Last
wasn't
time I
doing
went to the
anything.
cinema, I went to watch that Oppenheimer. It was good, but it was
I
long.
haven't been for ages. Like the new one in Hereford. It's been there for about 2 years. I just say it's new. It's been there for 2 years, and I hadn't even been once yet until last night. And I went with my boy. He said, "Do you want to go and watch the Saw X, Dad?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I met him at 6, and we went to watch the film. Like,
Brilliant.
the Hereford Bull is the
Hereford Bull
is on.
He's on.
Men
He's on.
in
But
Black.
listen, Mr. Hereford Bull, Matty won a lot. You were picking fights of animations I saw earlier on, and that was quite funny.
It's only because like
Yeah.
his team is so the same as Raptor, and because Raptor's doing so shit in FPL, he's thinking, "Oh, what I'll do is I'm going to go against all my beliefs, even his beliefs, without Haaland, and I'm just going to play fun this year because if he was like 15, 20k, there's not a chance Haaland would be out of his team." Even if Haaland was blanking every week, or if he was just returning like a goal every game, he would still keep him in there because he'd still be worried about his ownership. But because he's so far down the ranks, he's had one good game week now because Haaland's blanked. But when Haaland turns around and gets a hat-trick, and everyone who owns him flies past him because he doesn't own him, he's not going to be laughing then, is he?
Yeah, well, let's hope not. Right, I need to get off of here because I need to spend time with the wife. Right,
I'm glad I was glad I was able to come on because
I'm glad you were able to come on. Say hello.
Difficulty to.
Did you have Sunday dinner?
To get on. Say again.
Did you have Sunday dinner?
It's my birthday today, and I've been ill today all day.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yeah,
I miss. I was supposed to go out to my son's because we're Liverpool supporters, and I was going to watch the game with him. And every year,
what's the you got? You haven't got the flu or cold, have you?
I had a bad migraine attack.
Oh man, that's
I've
no
been
fun.
in bed all day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I missed the Liverpool game because every year for the past 5 years, my birthday's on the 8th of October and my son's is on the 17th, and we buy each other a Liverpool top. So every year we both get a Liverpool new top. But I also bought him the new Xbox this year because he asked for the new Xbox, the black one, like. So we got him. Me and his mum got him the new Xbox, and I bought him the new Liverpool T-shirt for his birthday on the 17th. But I was supposed to go on out to his today, but because I was ill, I've been in bed and I've missed the football. I've missed everything.
Rest up, and hope you get better soon, mate. Get yourself some nice honey tea down your gob.
Just migraines. Once I get a migraine, it just stopped me in my tracks. I can't do anything. I can't drive.
Have you tried massaging your head, your temples with migraines?
Yeah, there's someone I watch on YouTube. He's a American chiropractor, and he tells you things to do.
Pressure
Like I suffer with sciatica as well.
Yeah.
So he tells like you things to do to help like with your sciatica and with migraines, like putting your head, like your elbows on each knee, tilting your head forward, and either with a tennis ball or with the finger, your thumbs, and just push round and round underneath the back of your scalp to help release the pressure on your head, like from the migraines.
Mate, migraines are no fun, and neither is sciatica. I do need to get out of here. Let's talk
I
again
don't want
next
to put
week.
it down on everyone anyway. So, like, thanks for having me on.
Take care.
And I'll catch
Cheers,
you all
mate.
soon.
Cheers,
Thank you.
guys. Cheers, everyone.
Thanks.
Steve-O, got
See you
any
later.
final words? Final words, Steve-O, or no?
See you later.
See you later, guys. Take care. Wave, Steve-O. Bye-bye. 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 Oh my god, that could have gone on. Oh, hello.
Oh, I saw you